Alright guys, welcome back. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about this rifle right here. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P Sport 2, and I've had this rifle for a little while now, and I haven't done any videos with it yet, but I've had it for a while, done a little bit of shooting with it, and I just wanted to kind of share my experiences and my opinions, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of that stuff about this particular rifle. Now, I know that this rifle here, the Sport 2, I'm sure you guys have seen it in other videos. It's all over the internet. And mostly people have nothing but positive things to say about it. And, you know, up until this point, you know, this has been a very reliable rifle. It does have some downsides to it that I think are downsides at least. But overall been a pretty good rifle. Now, like I said, I've had this for a little while. We've taken it out and done some shooting with it. I do have some of that footage to roll in and show you guys and stuff. We've taken it out to the range. You know, me and a few buddies have shot it. You know, we've ran everything from brass case cheap stuff to steel case. We've ran, you know, standard mags in it. We actually ran, I'll show you this here in a minute, but we did put a 100-round drum in it and shot it, got it really hot, and just had a lot of fun with it. And so far, it has been 100% reliable. But just kind of a rundown, this is not how it comes when you get it. And I guess the reason that I picked this thing up, my local gun shop, Shots and Shells, you guys know I've talked about them guys many a times in videos. Excellent gun shop, excellent people running it. And if you're in the Midwest Indiana area, highly recommend stopping in and checking them out. Great, great gun shop. But I was in there and they just happened to be running sales on these guns at this particular time. And this one here I got, I'm trying to think if it was right around 500 bucks, I do believe. And they had a special going where you got the rifle, you got an M&P bag, and then you've got, actually I've never used it yet, but you got this, I can't remember the name of it, what brand it was. I'll leave an annotation if I remember to do that. But a magazine loader, really nice, you know, big, looks like a nice heavy-duty magazine loader. It came with all of that stuff for under what these rifles normally sold to begin with, and that's really one of the, I guess, the big things about these rifles that really drew people to them was the inexpensive cost. I think it was, you know, normal price was in the 500s, and you know, at that price, I really do think you're getting a lot of gun for your money. And like I said, it's been a great rifle so far, but just kind of a look at what I've done to it so far. Like I said, this does not come this way. I added this Magpul, I can't remember what this is, the MOE SLK stock. This is actually the first time I've ever ran it. They had it in there on the shelf actually when I was buying this rifle, so I went ahead and grabbed it. I didn't want to leave it in its stock configuration. You know, the standard butt stock, the standard grip, and all of that stuff works. I just don't prefer it. So I did dress this thing up almost immediately when I got it. But I got this stock, and so far I really like it. It has a nice little cheek weld on it, nice and comfortable to use. And it's lightweight, it's minimal, it has a little bit of movement. It doesn't have the lock on it like some of the other Magpul stocks, but so far has been a nice solid stock, and I've been really enjoying it. I did add the Magpul QD end plate so I can run my Magpul sling with it. I got the Magpul K2 grip, my all-time favorite grip. It's the more vertical style. It just has a good feel to it, fits my hand really well. So I did add that, and it did come with the Magpul backup sight, which was another added bonus to a, you know, quote, budget-friendly rifle. Did come with the Magpul rear sight, which was nice. I did add the BCM Mod 4 Ambi charging handle. Really do enjoy that. I actually had that laying around, so I just threw that in there when I got it. I did add the Magpul, just their standard two-piece polymer M-LOK handguard, Magpul M-LOK vertical grip, and I do have a little section of pick rail that I normally have a light on it. I don't know why I took it off, but I had it. I think I was running it on a pistol I was using for a home defense nightstand gun at the time, but I normally have a Streamlight TLR1 HL on here, and that goes right there on that pick rail. And I do have a Holosun. This is the HS403A red dot on here. This is just one that I had laying around when I bought this rifle. I don't know if this one's going to stay on here or not. I'm probably going to move this to the 1522, the Smith & Wesson, and put a different one on here. I don't care for this model because this is the one that you have to take the red dot off of the base to change the battery. And you know, the 1522 is not a defensive rifle that I'm worried about losing zero on, stuff like that. So I'm probably going to throw this one on there and get a different one for this, but it's kind of a placeholder for now. And that one's been working out good. And what else did I do to it? Oh, I added a Geisley SSA trigger. So that's all the stuff that I added to it. It did not come that way, but so far, like I've already said a couple times now, this rifle has been 100% with steel case, with brass case, all the ammo we've put through it. It's been 100% reliable, ran great. And you know, Smith & Wesson is known to have quality products. You're getting a good name brand and a very reliable, functional rifle for a budget price. And just in a nutshell, I would have to say that this is probably one of the best options for this price range that I've had experience with. It's just a very high quality. It does have the integrated trigger guard, if you can see that there, but a very high quality rifle at a low price. I mean, it's excellent. So overall, excellent rifle, but like I was saying, it does have some downfalls in my opinion. And if you can see in the video, if I've already shown it or I'll show it now, this rifle is definitely overgassed. There's no doubt about it, especially if you pop off, like say 5 rounds really fast, you do get a lot of gas back in your face. So very overgassed. It does eject the shells forward at the 3, 2 o'clock position. It does eject them forward. It does have kind of a harsher recoil impulse. You can just tell the thing's overgassed. And it does have just a standard buffer in it and stuff like that. So I bet you could change some parts out and make it a little less violent, if you will, if that's a way to put it. 5.56, the ARs, they're not hard to shoot. They don't have heavy recoil or anything like that. It just has like a sharper impulse to it. And so that's one of the cons to it. If you shoot this thing fast, if you go through a mag quick, you are going to have your eyes burning a little bit because it does put a lot of gas back on you. And so that's one of the downfalls to it. And the other thing is this barrel. If you can notice, it does have sort of a heavier profile barrel. So it is a little front heavy. There's no doubt about it. It's manageable, of course, but you can feel the extra weight out front. It does balance forward a little bit. So it does, like I said, not a big deal. This is just sort of me nitpicking it. But like I said, I want to give you my honest opinions on this thing. It is a little front heavy. But a lot of people have done accuracy tests with this. I have not done it yet. I think a good one to watch, I think, was Mr. Guns and Gear's video that he did on this rifle. He took it out and did a test at 100 yards with this thing, and it actually did really well. And I've seen other accounts and other people talk about it. The barrel on this is very accurate and not a big deal. I prefer 1-in-7, so this is kind of a downfall to me, but this is actually a 1-in-9 twist barrel. And perfectly adequate for what most of us are going to shoot. I just kind of prefer 1-in-7s. That's kind of what I like to go with. So I guess kind of a downfall in a way, having the 1-in-9. I don't shoot a whole lot of heavy loaded stuff, so I just normally just take it out and plink with it. So it's really not a big issue. Like I said, it's just kind of a personal thing. I like to have a 1-in-7 to be a little bit more versatile. But I've never had issues with 1-in-9s, but this one does have that. And like I said, the heavier profile is a little bit heavier out front. So that's really the only quirks or the downfalls or the cons. For me personally with this rifle is it is a little overgassed. It will gas you out a little bit if you shoot it fast, and it is a little bit front heavy. But other than that, everything else has been excellent. The quality, the fit and finish, and everything else on this, and the reliability, like I said, has been 100%. So all in all, excellent rifle, excellent rifle for the money. I mean, you cannot beat this rifle for the money. Are there nicer rifles out there? Of course, but you're definitely going to pay a lot more money than what these things are going for. And I think it was the #1 selling rifle in 2017, I do believe. I don't know if it still continued to do that good of sales this year in 2018. I haven't seen any statistics or heard anybody talk about it, but I think in 2017 this was the #1 selling rifle, and I can see why. If you're just getting into ARs or just wanting to buy your first rifle and you're looking for something inexpensive that's going to work and be reliable and cost effective, definitely take a look at this. If you're wanting something you know, a more plain Jane, no frills, just something that works and you can have as a truck gun or whatever, and you don't want all the fancy M-lock and all that stuff, still, I would highly recommend taking a look at the M&P Sport 2. Excellent value for the money. So a couple cons, at least for me, some of that stuff might not be a problem for some people. If you're smaller statured or you know, don't have a whole lot of upper body strength, the front end being a little bit heavy might be an issue if you're shooting it for long periods of time. But overall, not a big deal at all. Excellent, excellent little rifle. But anyhow, guys, like I said, just wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on the M&P Sport 2. So definitely let me know down in the comment section below if you have one of these rifles and how it's worked out for you. If you had the same great luck with it, or did you get a dud, whatever. Let me know down below what you think of this rifle, and I would love to hear what you guys say about that. But anyhow, guys, that's all I got for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have questions, comments, concerns, as always, leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to get back with you. And appreciate all of you guys watching. We'll catch you in the next one.